Minka's dad was a merchant. He sold tapestries and drapes and fabrics. He'd lost two ships recently in storms, and trade hadn't been so good since the zombies started attacking the human villages, and he fell into deep debt. And his creditors took one of his daughters as a lien against his debts. When Minka was led up onto the slave block, she stood with her head high and she grimaced as she looked out at the crowd. It was a rough crowd. The grimace looked from a distance like a smile, and the bidding started high. She was a really pretty girl. Long, dark, curly hair, dark eyes, and she was bought by a tavern owner. He taught her how to keep bar, and when the place was busy, he expected her to go out on the floor and get guys to buy her drinks. And she'd do that, and he'd water the drinks down really good so that, she wouldn't get drunk, and so he didn't have to buy a liquor for her. And it was a rough job, and it was scary. And once she had learned the layout of the tavern, he didn't want to have to watch her, and he didn't want one of the men to steal her away as a wife, so he put her eyes out and had like fake eye marbles put in instead. So she had to do her job by feel, by touch, and it made her more vulnerable and more obedient. It's a brutal and cruel thing to do, but he knew he wouldn't have her there very long if he didn't do something to maim her, to keep her there. So she bore this change in life, as well as she could, but she'd been from a high-class merchant family before, and she'd always saw herself as someone who'd be married to, a nice man, a wealthy man, and have a beautiful family and beautiful children, and there was something about this that was dreamlike. She hadn't quite processed exactly, how her life had changed, and it was just barely starting to sink in that she was now blind, and she was now less than a lady. One night, it was a quieter night, and there's like a dish sink out behind the bar where she would take and leave the scraps and wash the dishes, and then she'd come back in and check on, anybody who was there eating or drinking. But she was outside washing up cups and dishes when she hears a voice. They're coming. The zombies are coming, and you need to get out of here now. And she's like, I can't leave. I can't see. I'll guide you. And a bird landed on her shoulder. And she's like, no, don't worry. I know you're blind. I know who you are, and I've come to get you out of here.